I had an 83-year-old bishop from Chad, Africa. I was at a meeting in the inauguration in Washington right after, in January. And I wanted to meet with, Paula White's team, somebody and Turning Point, and a couple of organizations that are pretty significant. And I was saying, what are you guys hearing for strategy? What's God calling you to do? Because I know the devil's not going to take this sitting down. He's going to try to reclaim the power over the United States. And I know our recovery is for the sake of the nations. So we got to make this stronger. We got to win some time here. We all talked and said nothing, to be honest with you. Which, as my wife said, sometimes you have to stop wargaming, and celebrating is where you begin. You just start celebrating. Sometimes you just got to worship and just enjoy what God did. So I realized, well, she's right. I'm thinking of the future already, and nobody else is really bothered by these things. And we don't have a plan. But the bishop from Chad, 83 years old or so, somebody invited him. And we said, sir, do you have something you want to share before we break up? He goes, yes, I would like to say something. I'm 83 or 85 years old. He said, I'm here for the inauguration because I have a church of 100,000. And I have 1,000 pastors in our networks throughout Africa. And I want to say this to you, that everything that you have been talking about, he puts his hand in his heart. He says, it sounds good. It seems good. It seems good. Good in the heart. It feels right. The things you're talking about. Well, you're talking about unity in the church and our movement and stuff like that. He said, but what I would say to you is that this moment is not a United States moment. That nations have been praying for America because as America goes, it will affect our nations. And we knew the direction we were going in was not God, because we do not believe in the trans movement, the LGBT movement. We have a lot in common with your culture war. And the United States imposes its culture on these nations. So we've been praying and fasting for Donald Trump to succeed. He said, now I will tell you, this isn't just an American victory, it's for the sake of the nations, which totally resonated with what I was sensing in my spirit. He said, but the question for you is, you do not need to come up with things to do, because what you prayed in is a Reformation mantle. Your prayers are already working through him. Therefore, your challenge is to discern what is he doing so that you can align with what God is doing through him where you see it. Hey there, you just listened to an excerpt. That's a little bit of the podcast. So if you want to get the whole thing, because there's a lot more content there, go to lancewallnut.com/podcast. And instead of getting an excerpt, you get the entire message.